So welcome to the Miranda's Tax and Accounting channel, where we're looking at the economic measures set out by the UK government for small businesses, the self-employed and individuals as a result of the coronavirus epidemic. So this is our COVID-19 response series. So please subscribe below if you want to keep abreast of all the evolving changes that are taking place as a result of the epidemic. So it's my intention here to set out in simple, easy terms what help is available, where and when you can get funding, and crucially how to access it. It's also worth noting here that as the situation evolves, we'll keep our website updated with our own experiences of accessing funds on behalf of clients and any new announcements made by the UK government. So please, again, subscribe below or follow our website. In this vlog, I'll be looking at the measures available for businesses. I'll also be talking about individuals and self-employed in separate vlogs, so please subscribe below. If you do have a business insurance policy in place, what you're looking for is business interruption cover. Business interruption insurance covers you in the event of a disaster. If you do have this cover, check if you have an extension for notifiable diseases. And if you do have this wording in your cover, now's the time to reach out to your insurance broker and see if you're covered for COVID-19. The good news is the UK government has now announced COVID-19 as a notifiable disease, so you should see some cash payout. Likewise, for Scottish businesses, Holyrood has also announced COVID-19 as a notifiable disease, so you're in the same position. So if you're a small business with insurance policy that does not cover notifiable diseases, there are other options. Most notably, grants or loans, which we'll look at in turn now. So let's turn to grants first. You are eligible for a grant if you're a small or medium-sized business and whether you pay business rates or not. So the crucial thing here to note, you will receive the grant if you are registered with your local authority. So what does this actually mean? If you are, for example, working from a serviced office or a co-working space such as WeWork, you are not eligible for a grant. You need to be on the local authority register and Likewise, if you work from home, you are not eligible for a grant. If you look at individuals and self-employed section, you can learn more there and what help is available. For those that are eligible for a grant, you either get £25,000 or £10,000. If you have a rateable value between £15,000 and £51,000, you will get the £25,000 grant. These same groups of people and businesses will not pay business rates for the next 12 months. If you're a micro entity, in other words, you have a rateable value of less than £15,000, you'll be eligible for a £10,000 grant. And now for the crucial bit, how do you access these funds? The good news is you don't have to do anything. Your local authority will contact you directly in the coming days. We do know that the UK government has provided local authorities all the information they need as of last week, so we can only presume that they are getting set up and ready to deliver these funds as soon as possible. Please watch this space. I will keep our website updated and of course also advise of any other clients that have received funding themselves to give. So it's important to note here, these are still commercial loans. You are still indebted to the bank despite having this government assurance that they will support you if you ever are in trouble paying these back. So the mechanism to get these is via the business interruption scheme. Another important thing to note about these loans are that if a lender feels they can lend to you under normal commercial terms, they will do so, rather than the business interruption scheme. So it's worth thinking about whether you are looking for a loan for emergencies or for long-term finance. It's very likely that your own business bank is on that lender's list, so if you can, give them a call on your usual numbers as well. So the last thing to note is that these loans are with interest free for 12 months. So hugely beneficial, especially if you employ staff, which we'll turn to now. As we all know, hiring staff is one of the most largest overheads of running a company. And furthermore, thinking about how we look after our staff in these extraordinary times is fundamental over the next few weeks. So first up, we have the Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme, which is aimed at employees who are still on the payroll of their employers but are unable to work. So to be clear, these are employees that have not been laid off by an employer. They remain on the payroll but are at home and unable to work. So these workers are known as furloughed workers, and you may have heard Rishi Sunak mentioning these in his announcements last week. So for these furloughed workers, the UK government is prepared to pay 80% of salary per person, up to a cap of £2,500 per month. We expect these payments to last for at least 3 months and backdated from the 1st of March. But if this crisis continues, payments will happen indefinitely. So the payment of these funds are administered by HMRC via an online portal. So HMRC are continuing on their Making Tax Digital drive and looking to make the process as efficient as possible. But there is one caveat. The portal isn't ready yet, but it will be hopefully by the end of April, and payments will be backdated to the 1st of March. It's again really important to note here that you work with your accountant, or if you do payroll yourself, that you still submit PAYE information every month as usual via the RTI system.